Yo, what up, man? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So before we get started on the CRX stuff today, we are actually on the way down south to pick up a set of Type R wheels from my homeboy Al. I don't know if y'all ever seen my dog Al on the channel. If you haven't, that's my dog right there. So we are on the way to go pick up a set of Type R wheels, like I said, that he's going to be putting on his Accord. We'll show you guys once we get the wheels, and we'll show you guys what they look like just sitting next to the Accord in case you want to do the same thing. Once that's done, then we'll head back to the house and do some car CRX stuff. Just made it back. We got the rims. They're looking nice and spiffy. We'll, like I told you guys, we'll go ahead and put it next to the Accord just so you guys can kind of see what it's going to look like once he puts the tires on. Y'all could kind of get a look as to what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look good. It's gonna actually look really good. And just so you guys know, he is gonna have to get an adapter for it, but it's gonna look freaking good. So Type R's on the Accord, and we may plastic dip the whole car later, but it's up to Al if he's gonna want to do it or not later on. So looks good, man. I ain't mad at it. We might plastic dip it white. What y'all think? So now that that is done, now we will head back to the cribbo and start working on the hood, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about once I get back to the house. We are back home. Just so you guys know, these will be getting worked on possibly next week. I'm not sure. We're going to be restoring those as well and putting the CRX sticker back on to the original spot. But first, we're going to work on this today. If you guys remember, a while back I made a video about why I cut this hole out in the hood and what the purpose was behind it. So if you weren't here, let me go ahead and show you guys why that hole is here in my Carbon Fkber hood. Bam! This is why, man. We have another little carbon fiber vent, air duct, whatever you want to call it, that is going to sit in there. Why is that there? Well, if you know, because I'm going K, my intake is probably going to sit like in this area of the engine bay. So what I'm hoping for is that nice cold cool air can go from there to where the intake is going to be sitting at. But what I want to do is actually drill the holes as to where I'm going to be putting the rivets, because I am going to hold this down with rivets. So I just want to tape it down, mark where I'm going to make the holes, drill them out, so that when it's time to restore the hood and clear coat it, we'll go ahead and clear coat this as well, and then actually put the rivets in. So today it's more of just measuring and making sure that the holes are going to be in the correct spot. We'll go ahead and place that there. We'll grab some tape, tape it down so it doesn't move, check the back side of it, pause to make sure it's in a good spot, and we'll measure out where we're going to be putting the holes for the rivets. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to tape it down, like I said, so that it doesn't move in the spot where I'm hoping it's going to be. And what I want to do is actually take this mechanical pencil, just any pencil, doesn't have to be mechanical, and I'm just going to trace around, because I want to make sure that I have enough real estate on both sides to make the holes where I'm going to need them at. Now we'll go ahead and tape it off. Take it off. I said tape it off. Take it off. Throw that to the side. And if we see there, you guys can see that it's pretty even on both sides. And I could now like continue drawing that line and then figure out exactly where I'm going to put my holes. My bad if today is not going to be crazy work. Something simple, something chill. You guys saw we just picked up Al's Type R wheels that he's going to be putting on to his Accord. So it's just a chill video, nothing too crazy, but I wanted to bring you guys along anyways, like I do all the time, whether if it's crazy or if it's not crazy. But this is what we're doing today. Now we're going to go ahead and put it back. Make sure it's in line with what we drew. Once it is in line, I'm going to retape it again and then draw out where we're going to make the holes, and then we're obviously going to grab a drill and actually make the holes today. Now my initial thought is obviously corner, 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 and then I'm thinking possibly like maybe one here, 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 and there. What do you guys think? One corner, corner, a little bit further down, a little further down, one there, one there, one there, one there. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm just going to measure the distance and make sure that from here to here is the same, from here to here is the same, from here to here is the same. I might have to space these a little bit differently, but for the most part that's pretty much what it's going to be. Let me grab a tape measure and do the measurements now. Now the entire vent is exactly 8 inches, but because we're not obviously drilling a hole at that line and at this bottom line, we need to come in just a little bit. So I'm gonna go to about halfway in between this bottom part to this top part. So about halfway. I'll show you guys in a second what I mean exactly. So you guys see with the pencil, I made a line up top there, which is kind of in the middle of the top part and the bottom part. And then same with here, I kind of did it from the bottom line to the end of like almost where the vent starts and dips down. And there, that line to this top part is what I'm going to try and measure and get my distances from. Now from that line to the bottom line, I have about 7 1/8, 7 1/4. So what's in between that? Is it 3/16? 7 3/16. So that's where I have to divide it into 4 as best as I can. What I'm gonna do, like I just finished saying, measure from there to the bottom, which is 7 1/4. So now I'm gonna do what's half of 7 1/4. 7 1/4. Half of that is going to be 3 5/8. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go down from here to 3 5/8. I'm gonna mark that. Now that I have my 3 5/8, which is half of that cross to this cross, 3 5/8, now I'm gonna measure my half from here to here. That'll give me my center there. And then I'm gonna measure the half from here to here. It should give me my center there. And if I did it correctly, I should have the correct amount of space between all 4 points on both sides. All right, y'all, so check it. I screwed up, but let me show you guys what I did, and we're gonna fix it. So because I went to my half, which was the 3 5/8, I got my center here, 1 2 3, perfect. Got my center here, 1 2 3, perfect. But I'm not putting a 5th one. I'm not putting one directly in the middle, which at least I wasn't planning on it. But because my measurements are correct, why not just go with that? So boom, 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 boom. Should I put one here in the middle? I'm trying to think if I should or should not. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave those 2 there, these 2 here, and then go pair, pair, pair. So I did measure it incorrectly, but I think we're going to go ahead and stick with this and go with it. Now I'll go ahead and go get a drill bit with the drill, and I'm going to make a small hole because I'm not sure what size rivet I'm going to use yet. If I want to go with black rivets, if I want to go with like a gold color rivet. So I'm just going to make a small little hole, a pinhole, just so that we know where it sits and that it's measured correctly and in the right spot. So I think 5/64 is a good size. That's going to be perfect so that we know where our rivets are going to go. Before I get into the drilling, I need to ask you guys a question. Please help me out and put it down in the comments. Unfortunately, we have a neighbor that close by who feeds stray cats, who obviously there's so many stray cats that they just keep reproducing. What can I do? I don't want to kill these kittens. Promise you I don't want to do that. But what can I put around the house that's going to keep these kittens off of my property? I've tried mothballs and it worked, but not that great. Is there anything else that you guys know of that can help me with these cats and kittens around my property? Please put it down in the comments below. Here we go. Boom. Holes are drilled. They look pretty evenly spaced. Let's go ahead and take the tape off and then see what it looks like. There it is with the tape off. That looks spaced out pretty freaking good. I am happy with that. And now what I'm thinking and I'm contemplating about is putting some type of like a caulking material, underneath, plus the rivets, because I don't want any kind of air to get inside of here and kind of like start messing with it, start shaking it around and whatnot, loosening up the rivets. So I might either put it under, or what I'm thinking of doing as well is once the rivets are in, what I can do is take tape and tape all along and on the vent and on the hood, and then take like a black caulking, spread it, and go all along the edge, almost like you would with a sink or a toilet where it meets the grout, where it meets the tile, so that there's no air gap in between anything. I think that's probably what I'm going to do instead of putting the caulking underneath or the sealant underneath. I think I'm just going to caulk all around the rim of it, and we'll leave it like that. That's what it's looking like. I'm very happy with that. That's how you measure and how you put holes in a vent for a carbon fiber hood. Once again, if it wasn't a crazy video for you guys and you didn't enjoy it, my apologies. Still hit that like button for me though. I just wanted to show you guys what I was going to do today. I didn't even change from this morning going and getting the rims, because I knew that it wasn't going to be a crazy day. I just wanted to get this over with so that we know for next time when we start actually really restoring this guy, we know what we have to do with him. They are both going to get sanded, re-cleared, rivets, bada bing, bada boom. That's that, man. A quick little DIY on my carbon fiber vent. Sorry. Almost to 700. Let's get there. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Tell your friends about it. Let's continue to grow. Almost at 700 subs. You guys know the vibes, man. Chase the dream, not the competition. Peace.